Welcome back, everybody. If you're new, my name's Nicholas, and this is Investing Against the Grain. First things first, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all had a good day. Hopefully, if you haven't had dinner yet or lunch or whenever you have your Thanksgiving, hopefully it smells good in the kitchen. Hopefully you have a lot of family around you, and hopefully the environment's just a good one to be in and relax and just spend quality time with the ones you love today. Me and my fiance, we're actually delaying our Thanksgiving until Friday, and the real impetus behind this is just family want to make sure that we could coordinate everybody being able to be there at the same time. So we just delayed it one day, and we'll be doing it on Friday. So you'll probably see some clips from that on the Friday episode. All right. Well, with that said, I want to just share a little bit about my philosophy. I talk about investing a lot, and to me, investing comes more than just what you do in the stock market or in the real estate market, but it's also how you spend your own personal money on a daily basis. And so I think money management is a huge part of investing. It's more than just investing in stocks. And so the reason I bring this up is because we have Black Friday coming up. We have Cyber Monday. You have Singles Day, right? We have all of these, social constructs, societal, dogmas to help put pressure on us to go and spend money on things that we probably really don't need. And so a way that I was able to kind of get away from this type of rat race a long time ago was to change the way I chose to receive and to give gifts. And what I decided to do was to make sure that any gift I received, and of course, I primed my friends and family to make sure they understood, but I tried to make sure anything I was receiving and anything I was giving was nothing more than a consumable. And what do I mean by that? It meant that any gift I was giving or receiving would be something that I could actually use to its fullest, and it's something that, essentially goes away after I'm done using it. So here's an example. I've given concert tickets to watch Roger Waters to my parents, to go watch some Pink Floyd, The Wall, over in Orlando. I've given steaks, I've given bottles of wine, I've given gift cards to the supermarket, I've given gift cards to Lowe's and Home Depot. And these are the type of gifts where people can actually use them. They think about the person who gave it to them, and hopefully it has a deeper meaning and can create an experience. I really believe in creating experiences when you give a gift, rather than just handing someone some trinket or something just to say you got someone a gift and it ends up sitting on the shelf and collecting dust. And to me, this becomes more meaningful, whether it's somebody, cooking dinner and opening up that nice bottle of wine you got them, and, them thinking, appreciating that moment. Someone going to watch a concert, or maybe somebody just going to the grocery store and understanding that, the $100 you just gave somebody for groceries, that just paid for an entire week's worth of food for them. Like that type of an incredible gift is giving somebody a whole week's worth of groceries, right? So to me, those are the gifts that have more meaning and go a little deeper as far as giving something that has, more substance to it. And, frankly, these do tend to be gifts that aren't that expensive to give, right? They actually become very cost-effective gifts as well, both giving and receiving. So again, just want to share a little bit about what we do in our family, and something that I think has really had profound impacts in the way we give and receive presents. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. I want to go over two articles with you guys, and now I want to just go over two quick tweets. One of them is very holiday relevant, and then I'll let you get back to your family. Thank you again for jumping on today, Thanksgiving of all days, and sharing your time with me. With that said, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and let's get into it. The first article we're going to go over comes from Bloomberg Green. And I think this is very interesting because much like the EV union tax credits, which it took a little bit of time before you started seeing other people talk about this, this is the same thing as when Joe Biden just had his EV announcement with GM, talking about how GM is the leader in changing the world. I think we're just now starting to see mainstream media start talking about, the faux pas that Joe Biden had with saying what he said, and the very blatant, obvious nature of him avoiding the name Tesla or Elon Musk. And so I think we're starting to see more and more of that. I'm starting to see CNBC, Andrew Ross Sorkin is bringing it up. And then this article here by Bloomberg Green calls it out as well. Let's take a look. In August, President Joe Biden invited Detroit automakers to the White House lawn to promote electric vehicles. Tesla wasn't included. The snub was noticeable, but I get it. Biden is a big union ally. Organized labor is absent from Tesla's U.S. factories. Michigan is a critical swing state that Biden won in 2020 and will need to win again if he seeks re-election. So as we all know, there's all that drama going on right now on whether Biden will or will not run again. There's thoughts of Kamala, there's thoughts about Pete Buttigieg. So lots of going on there, internal politics within the party itself. This goes on to say, last week, Biden visited GM's Factory Zero in Detroit along with Labor Secretary Marty Walsh, union auto worker leadership, members of the Michigan congressional delegation, and GM Chief Executive Officer Mary Barra. Biden took a spin in a prototype of the all-electric Hummer and talked again about being a car guy. This bothers me sometimes when he calls himself a car guy. I mean, I grew up working under the hood of cars. I don't think Biden's ever actually gotten his hand dirty and, done anything with a vehicle. I grew up rebuilding Model Ts, actually. All right, sorry. Don't mean to go off topic here. Then the rhetoric went off the rails. Quote, in the auto industry, Detroit's leading the world in electric vehicles, Biden said. Mary, I can remember talking to you way back in January about the need for America to lead in electric vehicles. I can remember your dramatic announcement that by 2035, GM would be 100% electric. You changed the whole story, Mary. You electrified the entire automobile industry. I'm serious. You led, and it matters. In reality, the only fully electric models GM has had on the U.S. market lately are the Chevy Bolt hatchback and utility vehicles, both of which have been recalled due to battery fire risk. All of them, every single one have been recalled. The company has halted production of those models while it works on replacing defective batteries in cars already sold. And last week confirmed it would keep the plant that makes these models idle for the rest of the year. In other words, they will not be making any more electric vehicles for the rest of the year until this is resolved. So into 2022, they will not be making electric vehicles. Yet, they led. Tesla has 4 EVs on the market, one of which it started delivering to customers almost a decade ago. Tesla's Model Y SUV has been the best-selling electric model in the U.S. this year with 104,555 vehicles registered through August, according to IHS Market. The Model 3 sedan was second with 79,620. The Bolt was a very distant third at 24,997. And keep in mind, they're no longer being produced. GM had a rightful claim to EV leadership in the late 1990s, but squandered this when it pulled the plug on its pioneering EV1 model. So this EV1 model, you guys should look up on YouTube, the death of the electric vehicle. I think that's the name of the documentary, where GM essentially made these EV1 vehicles in the 90s, and then they stopped. Not only they stopped, but they went and got all of the EV1s that existed, and they intentionally destroyed them to end the program. All right, you got to watch the documentary to really give true context, but it was unreal how GM intentionally tried to kill the electric vehicle. Tesla was founded in 2003 and set out to prove there was a consumer interest in fully electric vehicles. In January 2010, when Barack Obama was president and Biden was vice president, the Energy Department issued a $465 million loan to Tesla as the company was working on the Model S. Tesla paid back the loan early and in full in 2013. So I actually heard Becky Quick on Squawk Box the other day talk about this. She talked about how she was defending the union tax credit, saying, oh, well, Tesla benefits from it too. And they're debating back and forth, but she kind of took it out of context what happened here. So this was a loan that Tesla took. It wasn't like a credit just given to them, right? The only other credits that have ever existed are available to everybody. Okay, the union tax credit would only be applicable to Ford and GM and Stellantis. That's it, right? Because all the other automakers don't use union labor. And so what she was arguing is that, well, Tesla has been benefiting from government handouts all along. But the difference is that this was a level playing field that everybody had rights to. Now, what we see here, this was a loan that Tesla took from the government. A loan, right? It's not a handout. It's just a regular loan. And not only did Tesla pay it back, but they paid it back early and in full. Context matters. Along the way, auto dealerships, associations, and GM fought Tesla's efforts to sell cars directly to consumers in several states. There's a long, acrimonious history between the two companies, and anyone who watched the documentary film Who Killed the Electric Car, that's what I was referring to, and the sequel Revenge of the Electric Car will understand why. I can't help but wonder why Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, who is from Tesla's home state of California, so studiously avoid any mention of the company, which employs more than 100,000 people worldwide. Does the Biden administration desperately want to distance itself from the world's biggest billionaire? Good question. There's plenty to criticize Musk for, from his crude and juvenile tweets at members of Congress to his refusal to abide by local public health mandates in the early days of the pandemic. But Biden would do best to stick to the facts and acknowledge, as that market has, Tesla's role as the leader in the EV revolution. So honestly, bravo to this article, bravo to Bloomberg for getting a story out like this. I'm just very happy to see that somebody is saying something, because honestly, what Joe Biden did on that stage, it should be, I think it could be a case for defamation. The way he talked about GM, right? It's essentially, saying that Tesla didn't do what they did. It's just patently false, everything he said. And that's our president. That's supposed to be our leader of the United States. So again, this has nothing to do with politics. I know some of you, want to think that this is me just talking about politics. I don't care about politics, honestly. This has nothing to do with that. This is based just the words this man said. Okay, this could have been Ronald Reagan. This could have been George Bush. This could have been Donald Trump. I don't care. This could have been Bill Clinton. This could have been Barack Obama. Whoever would have said these lies would be getting the same response from me. Okay, it's that binary. You said those words, this is my reaction. End of story. Words matter, words have meaning, and this is the reaction that you get from those words you said. Now, let's jump into the next article. So in this article, this is from Electric, and I'm not going to read this whole one this time because this one honestly isn't as interesting. But the headline is, Tesla sends ultimatum to buyers who keep delaying deliveries. So let's scroll down. I highlighted the main parts here. The policy change to put more pressure on people delaying orders comes amid a shift in the EV market in the U.S. In many cases, buyers can simply delay orders because they can't afford the vehicles and can't get approved for loan. Tesla gives their vehicle to other customers, and buyers can keep their orders, hoping they can accept delivery next time. However, in some cases, buyers have been intentionally delaying orders in the U.S. in order to take delivery next year when they expect they will have access to the new tax credit for their purchase. Tesla potentially canceling their orders would have significant implications since the automaker greatly increased prices across its entire lineup in the U.S. in 2021. If those buyers want to buy the vehicle next year, they would have to place a new order at the higher price. The company has started to send automated messages to those buyers who have been delaying deliveries. So essentially what's happening is that Tesla's had to raise their prices just because parts in general have gone up, right? So the cost to make a vehicle has gone up for Tesla. And so, of course, that means the cost of the vehicle goes up, which means consumers have to pay a higher price. Now, a lot of these consumers ordered, 8, 9, 10 months ago. And so what happened was, as their car was being ready to be delivered and to, exchange and be given to the individual who purchased it, some people asked to delay it, right? They asked to delay, again, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But what's happening now is because this EV tax credit might get passed, right? Stay with me here. Biden's Build Back Better bill, right, that's a lot of alliteration there. It got passed in the House, but it still has to get passed through the Senate. And odds are in the Senate, that's where it's going to get carved up like a turkey, like I've been saying, all right? Pun intended. So, the idea that this will get passed this year and then go into effect next year, it may or may not happen. But these people are trying to delay getting their vehicle so that they can reap the benefit of this, potentially anywhere from $7,500 to $12,000 credit per vehicle. Now, Tesla can't afford to just sit there and let these people keep pushing this thing back off over and over while maintaining the price that they had, from back, way back when, right? They're going to eventually start stockpiling these vehicles up, or they have to give it to someone. And so what they're saying to people is like, look, if you want the vehicle, okay, come get it, take delivery. If not, we're going to have to move on. You're going to be out of the queue. If you want a vehicle, you're going to have to go ahead and put a new order in. And at that point, we're going to have to pay the new prices, right? And the prices have gone up substantially. So let's read this letter Tesla's sending out. Hi, we are contacting you to offer you a final opportunity to take delivery of your car on order, placed on date of the order. When we contacted you in last delivery attempt, you requested that we delay canceling your order because you still plan to purchase the vehicle. However, our records indicate that you have not taken delivery. We sincerely hope you will choose to proceed with your order and join Tesla in accelerating the transition to sustainable energy. But we are unable to hold your order any longer. If you don't take action to proceed with your delivery, sign into your Tesla account and select I'm ready to remove this hold by December 2nd, 2021. If your order remains on hold on December 2nd, 2021, or if your order is placed on hold again, your order will be automatically canceled and your order deposit fully refunded. We appreciate your understanding and we hope that you will order a Tesla when the time is right for you. Best regards, the Tesla team. I think this is completely reasonable at this point. You bought the vehicle, you made a commitment to purchase it. We've all known that this tax credit could eventually happen, right? We all thought it was going to happen back in August potentially. It got delayed till maybe October. Then October went by. Then we thought maybe November. Now we're talking about December. This can't go on in perpetuity. You can't expect Tesla to hold these reservations in perpetuity. So I think this is although I get it from some people that they order a Tesla would attempt to make this timing work out for them and it's not working out. I get it. It sucks. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to, do the best thing you could for yourself financially. But at this point, Tesla has to do the same thing. And Tesla can't continue to hold these reservations. At the end of the day, it just hurts them in the long run, right? So it's a tricky situation. It's a delicate balance. Tesla doesn't want to, shun anybody away. But at the same time, Tesla has more demand than they know what to do with. So they have to be able to fill their deliveries as well. All right, so with that said, let's take a look at 2 tweets and then, let's wrap this up here. As we all know, there are rumors and I've completely bought into it mainly just for the fun of it, okay? I don't really care that much. The 12-9 stock split, it's really fun. It's very interesting. It's funny how things work and how these numbers tend to continue to come up with a 12-9 or a 4-for-1 split. And so, don't take it too seriously. Just take it as a fun, fun activity. It's sometimes fun just to get lost into these things. For all we know, this is Elon intentionally just trolling us just to have some fun. So with that, disclaimer, if you really want to go down this rabbit hole, check out Rob Graves' Twitter. Okay, he goes really deep into this conspiracy theory, if you will, which it won't be conspiracy theory if it happens, right? He'll just look like a genius. But he goes really deep into this and shows so many examples why it's so blatantly obvious that this could actually be happening on December 9th. And if not a stock split, something, right? I actually, now I'm thinking that maybe Austin will go ahead and be open if that happens, mainly because Tesla just filed for all the permits, right? They spent over $1 billion to get these permits going. So maybe that has something to do with it. Hopefully, I would prefer Austin, Berlin, and the stock split all to happen on 12/9. That would be incredible. Man, the stock would go to the moon at that point. Anyways, Rob Graves here. Check him out. He's got a lot in this thread. But, the main thing I want to show you is here. He says, okay, here we go again. This is similar to my previous thread, but with a few updated items. Got some new information I've learned through the help of others, and I'm walking back my statement that I doubted 12/9 is split related. I can see now how it very well could be. So I'm not going to go through all of this. I just go check it out, read all. I mean, this is a long thread. All of these are different examples, different rationale, explaining everything. And it's not like far-fetched, okay? As you read all of this, it's actually very logical, well thought out, and it makes a lot of sense. So I recommend you come and check out this entire thread. Rob Graves, it's very interesting. Again, it's a fun thought experiment, if nothing else. So just take a look at it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't invest on this, right? That's this is just purely for fun entertainment. Now, with that said, let's look at one more tweet. And again, this is more just for a fun holiday spirited look at what FSD is looking like these days. So here we can see from Jenny Current, it's officially Christmas in my heart and in my Tesla. Turn on Santa mode today, and I had to share this. I'm giggling so hard because all of the cars around me turned into reindeers. Ho, 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 at Elon Musk. And so I just, tis the season, right? I just thought this was amazing. I showed it to my fiance. She was giggling. I just love seeing all of the reindeers. I thought that was awesome. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't remember this being in the version last year where you would see the other vehicles as reindeers. Maybe it was, but and I'm not crazy. I don't think. I'm pretty sure that there was Santa mode last year, but I don't remember it looking like this. So, maybe it's just been a year since I've seen it. But I thought this was pretty amazing. It definitely got me into just one of those things that just brings a smile to your face. All right, well, with that, on that note, talking about bringing a smile to your faces, why don't you go and spend the rest of the time with your family? Stop listening to me. I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys on Friday when I'm having my Thanksgiving. Show you guys, what's going on. I'll be on the East Coast over in Cape Canaveral area. So, I'll see you then. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. I love you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.